hurry just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10.
Set, ready. 62 blue, set.
From the gun, it's Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
10 cycles.
And it's 3rd down.
Set.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll go. Young. That's taken in. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Panther 1st down.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing is the score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this.
Ready up. Let's go. 45, white. Cut.
On 1st down is Young. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 4.
Hut.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll manage only a couple. That's David Onyema in there for the tackle. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panther.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Mooney in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd
From the
and
33,
9.
here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd down and 9. Let's go. From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to air this one out. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to
just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
2 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Ready. Black, 95.
Now Dowdle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
A second down throw for Young. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he will score! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Penix. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but it can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And that's not fooling anybody. Not this far back. That's going to be a turnover on down. 3rd and long.
Third down and 12.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's Penix. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. It is a big play there for the Falcons. And even 30 yards.
The 37-yard line.
And the lefty Penix on first down. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big hit.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Back to throw, Young. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
up second and
All
10.
things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it.
Here we go.
But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
50 Fury.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Ready?
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Getting close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Complete to Teteroa McMillan. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
They'll
second
run
and
with
inches.
Dowdle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. It's a Carolina first down.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
Here's Young to throw. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Good looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. And one's incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver.
And 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. Hut.
Back to the air, it's Young. No chance at all. He'll go down. So back up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
On play action, Young. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Touchdown. It is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
now. Penix on first down. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quick. Second and 10.
Pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Out to his right. Now he'll run it. He will get this to the 35, a little short of the first down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. Put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, Penix. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Throwing is Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Ready, go!
They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. To throw is Penix. He'll get that to Kadero Hunt. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the first down marker.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot. Every